A very warm and pleasant good morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are ready for your English class. Let's start today's class with the thought of the day. When you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, you may learn something new. With this inspiration that we should listen to learn more instead of talking the way we are repeating our points. We should listen to everyone so as to increase our knowledge. So let's start today's class. Today we will start chapter 14, Kanta's snore. So I'm giving you 2 minutes. Be ready with your English literature book. Chapter 14, Kanta's snore. Snore, you everybody know, when you make sound when you fall asleep. Yes, that's called snoring. In Hindi, you say karate marna. So, snoring is karate. It's a sound we produce when we fall asleep. Some snore or some may not. It depends. So let's start the story. This is the story of Kanta who snores loudly. A long, long time ago, there lived an old man who had a big rice field, a strong horse, and a fine fat pig. He also had a son whose name was Kanta. Now, this boy had a snore such as you have never heard. No sooner did he lie down in bed than he began to snore. So, this means the moment he lay down on the bed, he started snoring. And he snores like ga, goo. So, when he snored in ga, the windows would rattle, and when he snored out goo, the shutters flapped. So, because of its snoring, the windows started rattling, they are making sound, and the shutters they started flapping. They are moving. Just the bird flap its wings the same way window shutters they also started flapping. What's more, the wooden spoons and baskets on the kitchen shelf they came clattering down to the floor. So you can imagine how Kanta's snore was loud. That because of snoring, windows started flapping and the spoons and baskets kept on the kitchen shelf they started clattering down to the floor. So the old man's house was noisier at night than in the daytime. So you can imagine from the old man's house at the especially at the night time why noise is coming because of Kanta's snoring. The worst part of it was that the older the boy grew, the louder he snored. As the age of the boy increases, he snored more loudly. As time went by, the old man began to look ill as he could never get a good night's sleep. And because of Kanta's snoring, the old man was not able to sleep properly. He was not able to get a sound sleep, and because of that, he became ill. He began to look like a ill person. One day, the old man and the son were seated on the porch drinking tea. Porch is the front entrance of the house. which was covered with a shed. So they were sitting on the porch and they were having a tea. The old man took a sip of tea and heaved a deep sigh. Heaved a deep sigh means he took a deep breath after having a one sip of tea as if he was tired. What's wrong, old man? Are you feeling sick? Kanta asked. No, not especially. It's just that I am not getting enough sleep lately, answered the old man. Kanta was aware of the fact that he snored rather loudly. He thought for a while and said, you can't sleep at night because of my snoring, I bet. All right, from tonight I will go somewhere else to sleep. The old man asked, where would you go? Just then they heard the horse whining in the stable. Whining is the sound made by horse. So Kanta said that it's because of my snoring that you are not able to sleep peacefully. So from today onwards, I will sleep somewhere else. Meanwhile, the old man asked him, where would you go and sleep? And then they heard the sound made by horse in the stable. That's it, cried Kanta, the stable. I will sleep in the stable, for the horse won't mind my snoring. So I have decided that I will sleep in the stable, but I hope the won't mind my snoring. So from that night onwards, Kanta slept in the stable, and the old man got the good night sleep, which he would missed for a long time. Some days later, the old man went up into the mountain to cut the wood. He loaded the wood onto a cart for the horse to pull, but there was something not quite right. The horse stretched his neck and thrust his legs as far he could, but the cart wouldn't budge an inch. Budge means the cart would not be able to move an inch. So, what happened when the Kanta started sleeping in the stable? The old man was getting enough sound sleep that he was fit and fine now. And after some days, he went up into the mountain to cut some wood. He loaded the wood onto the cart, which is to be pulled by the horse. And what happened? There was something not right. The horse was not able to move the cart. He was stretching his neck, he was applying his force, but the cart would not be able to move an inch. Come on now, you have always been proud of your strong back, said the old man. He said these words to the horse and he said, come on, I am proud of your strong back, so please try and apply some force. The horse sighed. Sighed means he took a deep breath. And horse said, I have been sleeping very poorly these days. Then horse explained his situation, that he was not able to getting a sound sleep from the last few days, and that is why I have lost my strength. I think the old man could do nothing but unload the cart by half, and pushing it from behind, he managed to reach home with his wood. So, what happened? The horse was not able to get his sound sleep, and because of that, he lost his strength. And after that, the old man had no option left. He unloaded the cart by half and he pushed it from behind, and somehow he managed to reach home with his wood. And then he explained all this thing whatever happened with the horse to Kanta. Kanta, when he saw this, shouted, "Old man, what's going on here? Has the horse taken ill?" When he saw that the old man was pushing the cart, Kanta shouted that what happened? Has the horse taken ill? The old man, as I told you, told him how the horse had lost his strength because he was not able to sleep at night. Kanta was silent for a while and then he said, "Again, that's because of my snoring. All right, I will sleep somewhere else tonight." Just at that moment, they heard the pig grunting. "That's it, the pig's the pig won't mind my snoring." So Kanta decided to sleep with pigs. So from that night onwards, Kanta slept in the pigsty. Pigsty is the place where pigs are kept in the house. A few days later, the old man went out to clean the pig pen. Pig pen is the house of pig. But what do you think he saw? His pig, which had been so fine and fat, was no longer fine or fat. He was as skinny as a scarecrow. Skinny means weak as a scarecrow. Scarecrow, that stick and stick with a is kept in the fields to just frighten away the birds from there. Yes, so the pig was as weak as scarecrow, just like a thin stick which is placed in the crops to frighten the birds away from the fields. Also, he was shaking so much that he could hardly stand on his feet. So the pig was very fat and fine. But because of Kanta's snoring, the pigs were also not able to sleep. Pig was also not getting it sound sleep, and as a result, he was Pig was Pig became skinny as a scarecrow, and Pig also lost his strength that he was not able to stand on his feet. Now that Now what in thunders happened? Weren't you the one who was always proud of being fine and fat? Cried the old man. Now the old man asked what happened suddenly. "I was proud of you of being fine and fat." The pig breathed a deep sigh. "And how can I keep on getting fat when I don't get any sleep at night?" the pig muttered. The pig spoke softly that how can I become fat when I was not able to sleep from the last few days? That night, the old man said to Kanta, "I think I will let the pig sleep in the kitchen. He become so skinny, he says he can't sleep." So the old man said, "Kanta, let the pig sleep in the kitchen." Because he became so skinny because of your snoring, he was not able to sleep. Kanta was again silent for a while. Eventually, he said, "I know it's my snoring again. Well, I will sleep somewhere else." "But you can't." Kanta didn't say a word. He began thinking. The little frogs in the rice paddies could be heard croaking. Now Kanta decided to go and sleep with frogs. "I know from tonight I will sleep in the dike in the paddy fields." So Kanta decided to sleep in a dam in the paddy fields. So that night Kanta took some straw matting and spread it on the ground on the top of dike beside the rice paddies, and there he went to sleep. Hundreds and thousands of tiny frogs croaked in his ear. The next morning, the old man went to the paddies to see how Kanta was doing. And what do you think he found? On the bank beside the paddies, hundreds and thousands of little frogs lay motionless, their front legs pressed hard against their ears. Finally, Kanta opened his eyes and saw this. Look, like even the frogs can't take my snoring, he said, and for a few moments he was very quiet, thinking. Well, there is nothing left for me to do. I will just have to go up the mountain to sleep, he decided. So, finally, when the when the frogs were also not able to bear Kanta snoring, the Kanta was in a very deep thought, and finally he decided that he will go and sleep in the mountains. Now let's see what happened when he went and slept in the mountain. That we will study in the next class. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Kanta's story. So read up till here and do the word meanings and make sentences in your fair notebook and back exercise in the book itself. Next part, what happened when Kanta went and slept in the mountain? What happened after that? That will be continue in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.